Hey, Master Dragon Metals here. Today I will be showing how to upgrade your basic garden solar step light with supercapacitors. That is because these batteries keep burning out. Or they just don't last because they're like nickel cadmium or something. These are graphene supercapacitors with a rating of 10 farad and they will pretty much last forever. So, batteryless technology. So I'm just going to have to desolder that and that there and attach them to capacitors. So basically replacing the battery with capacitor. Same for all these ones, except this one hasn't got no wires, look at that. Just connectors on the battery. So I'd have to solder directly to these two terminals on the back in order to do that one. As you can see is nickel and I think that's manganese. So these batteries don't really last at all. But you get what you paid for. It's only like a £1 or £2 or less solar lights. And cheap ones. Try and get a nice angle there. A bit. Perfect. Taking out the old soldering iron here. That's 60 watts. Pretty much a generic soldering iron. So give that a minute to heat up. This actual solder stick here is mine. I made this from hand poured the tin, and there's a little bit of silver in it too, so it's genuine silver solder. It's good stuff. So these are very easy to open, just 2 screws and then you pop off these and screws on them. As you can see they're rusted. A bit of tape as well that can come off. This one I'll be doing afterwards. Oh, my soldering iron's smoking. Some soldering paste, also necessary. So I'll just dip the legs in the soldering paste a bit, gum them up. Same with the soldering iron. You need to clean that a bit. The soldering sponge, should always have one of these handy. It's alright to use your basic sponge as long as you keep it wet. Also got a heat sink there, as you can see. Plastic out of the way. Right. Get this battery out of there. A circuit just popped out. Go back in. There's nothing wrong with these LEDs, so they can stay. Get that battery out. There's another one of them NIM sort of batteries. 1.2 volts, 200 milliamp hours, so not very much. Bit of solder already on these, as you can see. That will help. That's the negative side. Let's get this wire off. Bit plastic there. There's that wire. And same for this one. Quite a blob of solder on that one. Wow, absolutely tiny wires on that. That's pathetic. Look at the size of the wire length. Barely even perceive it. So that's going to have to go on to the positive side. Bend that down a bit, make it easier to solder. That wire is ridiculous. Let's put a bit of flux on that. Assuming that's possible with such a tiny wire. Yeah, it is. Cool. Right. Very carefully do this. No, need a bit of solder actually. Ew, smoky. There is a salt of fume extractor that you can buy. Well, that's too shaky. What do I do? Okay, that's definitely attached. That's a good test. You can hold the wire up with the entire case stuck to it. So, black one next, which is the negative connector. I got some flux on me. It's not very good stuff for you, so don't do that. It's all full of like sort of resin, I think it is. Resin and like mercury and stuff like that. So it's not so very good for you. Okay, that's done. Turn the iron off, while I remember. So there's the supercapacitor all wired up. Now this will obviously charge in the sun. I will post the pictures of that. Probably in the thumbnail though, or in my community page along with other things. So check that out. So that's how to upgrade your solar light. I'll quickly put this back together. As you can see, the capacitor goes straight in there. Nice and snug. Not sure if it's on or off. It's off. No, it's on. Good. It shows in the on version. Doesn't charge otherwise. And put this top back on. Ah, I'll close them. Metal sort of tab things. What's going on here? Something stuck. No, that's not. There we go. Just a sort of weird connector on it. These sort of clip on. See that? Like so. And put some screws back in. Might as well do the whole video. Bit of rust on these, but they're still good. These have been on my boat, so high salt environment, which is really not good for electronics. So I seem to be missing a screw that's somewhere in here. Oh well, should do well. Okay, three. How many are in there? Oh, four. Oh well. Well, there we go. So that step light. With supercapacitor upgrade. Well, till next time.